Namaste, beloved. How are you? My name is Syma, and I'm an international spiritual coach, healer, author, and goddess guide. And I'm really thrilled to share with you today a 2016 Goddess Oracle reading. I hope that you'll receive this as a holiday gift from me, and I really hope that you'll receive a more tuned in and specific reading for your astrological sign. I love astrology, I know about the signs, so I am praying in every reading to make sure that I'm really tuned into your energy and the energies of the next year and what the potential and possibilities that it holds for you and how you can ensure that you have the best possible year. And I'm choosing the Goddess cards by Doreen Virtue. So these are her lovely Goddess Guidance Oracle cards for every reading because basically in my evolution of my business and how I serve, I'm really going to be focusing now on supporting women through sacred feminine and spiritual coaching. So a little news I love to share if you follow me is my practice, which is Flourishing Lotus. My website is flourishinglotus.com, is going to be transitioning and evolving into flourishinggoddess.com early next year. So I'm so passionate about empowering women and reclaiming their sacred feminine gifts and receiving all this beautiful divine support from our fellow goddesses, which are both, you can think of it as archetypes, you can think of them as actual goddesses that existed in other times, or you can think of them as sacred feminine qualities that you have in yourself. And however you feel most comfortable, I invite you to open your heart and receive these readings, and I hope that they bring you many, many blessings and just really help you to feel very empowered with sacred feminine support on your path next year. And one extra little thing I'll be doing for you, beloved, is I'm going to have pictures of every reading on my website so that you can download the picture and keep it saved. It's just a fun little way to have something handy so that you can always look back on that reading and see how your year is going. So I hope that serves you, and I'll make sure that there's a link for that at the end of every reading video for you that you can download the picture. And if you would like to work with me personally and learn about that, I'll be happy to share that with you. I'm doing something very special this year. Just for a limited time, I'll be doing month by month oracle readings with the goddess cards. So I'm only going to offer that for a limited time because, as I've said, my main work is in spiritual and sacred feminine coaching sessions and healing sessions and programs, 3 to 6 month programs with my clients. But I'll definitely be opening up some spots for readings if you'd like to learn about that. And in the meantime, I really hope that you enjoy your specific reading, and I'm wishing you a blessed year. So get ready. Welcome, beloved Scorpio. How are you? I'm so excited for your reading because, oh my God, this goddess reading is so Scorpio. It's very deep and beautiful and passionate, just like you. So let's get started. The first goddess that comes up for us is, well, for you, is the goddess Ostara, and her message is one of fertility. Now, don't freak out if you don't want to have a baby or anything like that. This is all about new beginnings. So I love this because, as you can see, there's a new moon, and she's just pouring out these flower seeds that are turning into flowers and stars. And Ostara is the goddess by whom Easter comes. So Easter was sort of borrowed, Christianity borrowed that from pagan religions, goddess religions, and Ostara is a goddess of springtime and renewal, new beginnings. And so the new year, what better time for new beginnings, right? So for you, the year is starting off very nice and light and optimistic and joyful. And you being Scorpio, I'm sure you've done a lot of inner feeling and perhaps some conscious and intending around what kind of year that you want to create. One of my BFFs is a Scorpio goddess, and we actually love to get together, and before New Year's we'll have a vision boarding party, and we exchange our magazines, and we just have all sorts of yummy food, and we smudge each other, and we do readings for each other, and we will really consciously, cut out pictures for our vision boards for the next year. So I know as Scorpio you're very intuitive, so that's something that you really might want to do is that right before 2016, book a session with someone like me or a coach that you connect with, someone who can really help you to get clarity on closing some lessons from 2015 and then getting really focused and crystal clear on what you want to manifest next year, doing a vision board, where you can see them visually and connect with the images. So it's a really beautiful idea for all of us, but especially because it came up for you in the card, to be very clear about your intentions for the new year, because the energy for you is going to be very much like spring. So, if you live somewhere cold, it may not feel like it's the right time for new beginnings, but for you, the energy that I'm feeling is that it's actually going to be a wonderful time of new beginnings. This friend that I mentioned, I know she's got a lot of awesome new beginnings coming up too, and she's worked very hard for them, as I'm sure, many of you Scorpios have gone through some pretty challenging times recently. So her message is it's a perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. Now, of course, if you want to have a baby, it's a positive card for that, for conception and pregnancy and having a baby, and that's a really auspicious time for that according to this reading for you. But if that's not the case, it's a really wonderful time to birth new things into being, right? And this is one of the things that I love to teach in my Sacred Feminine coaching work and manifesting work from the spiritual and sacred feminine way, is that we co-create with our intuition. We get quiet, we meditate, we receive the guidance, we take inspired action. And so our job, your job, is going to be to make sure that you are really staying true to your Scorpio intuition, and any anger that comes up, any parts of your life where you need to shed, that you go ahead and shed them and make space for what you deserve and what you truly desire. So wonderful way to kick off the year. And then, oh my God, so Scorpio, so magical. Next card is the magical goddess Rhiannon. And she is a sorceress, the one who wakes up people. And she says you are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So a big year for you for manifestation. So I really invite you to take this time again as we close off the year in November, December, to really focus on what you want for next year, because you are going to be a super powerful manifester. And it feels to me like because of the experience you've gone through, you're really going to have a clearer sense of your own power and realize patterns that you've had that no longer serve you. And if you're not quite there, don't worry, because it feels like that's what next year's gift is for you, that you are really going to step into your power as a sorceress. So what's a sorceress? Connected to source, channeling source, co-creating with source. So I just feel like you're going to be so empowered, and if you need help with that, I will be here for you, because that is what I do. I help amazing soulful women all over the world reclaim their sacred feminine power to create the lives that they deserve and desire as empresses and goddesses, and really flourish in every way. So I hope you're ready for that, because it's gonna be pretty magical for you. And then, interestingly, when we get to the third quarter of the year for you, we have White Tara. So she is a version of Tara. Tara is a Buddhist goddess, and she has many different colors, and in each color she has different aspects and characteristics. So White Tara is a very enlightened Tara of longevity and enlightenment and spiritual wisdom. And in this, her message for you is sensitivity. You're becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environment, situations, and chemicals. So I know this means for my best friend, but for you, it could mean leaving any situation in your life, as we were saying. Part of manifesting is constant transformation, constant reevaluating, constant releasing of what's not serving you, because those situations are holding us back. They hold you back from co-creating the life that you desire and deserve. So White Tara's message for you in the third quarter will be to stay centered in your peace. You've worked so hard to get to know yourself, to create conditions in your life that really honor you, and you're going to be called to stay true to that in the third quarter of next year. But in a very gentle way. So this is bringing in some gentle energy, and it's a beautiful time to, if you're lost track with your meditation practice, to make sure that you reconnect with yourself and really center into your intuition and into your peace, your own inner peace. And to be really mindful of your environment. So places that you frequent, friendships you have, your workplace, your home environment, anywhere where you tend to go. Shield yourself. I'm creating a course actually for sensitive souls. It's called Sacred Self-Care for Sensitive Souls, and it's going to be out shortly. So hopefully by the end of 2015 it'll be already out. So stay tuned. You can visit me on flourishinglotus.com if you want to get details for that. It's a course basically on sacred self-care for sensitive souls, and it's about honoring our sensitivity, because especially as a Scorpio, you're so intuitive, but what can happen is, because you're so great picking up people's emotions, you can always pick up people's emotions, and sometimes it can be hard for you to separate your emotions and other people's emotions, right? Being so intuitive, you can sometimes feel like overwhelmed by everyone else's feelings, so you really want to make sure that you're discerning and clearing yourself and drawing some healthy boundaries and knowing what's mine, what's not mine, and what do I need to do about this so that I can stay centered in my peace and power. So that's your message for the third quarter, and looks like you're going to be letting go of some things that are not serving you, because the last quarter of the year is your goddess, Kali. I mean, to me, Kali is the Scorpio goddess because she is a goddess of transformation, and that's the blessing and gift of your sign. So her message is endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. Now it's ideal because this is towards the end of the year, which is a perfect time for releasing anyways, right, as we come back into winter. And hopefully you're doing that right now as you're listening to this reading, preparing for the coming year. But it's all cycles, and that's another aspect that the goddess Kali represents. She represents cycles. So often people fear her when she comes up because her transformation can feel very harsh. But what I'm feeling for you is that if you stay true to the rest of the reading for yourself, you are going to be prepared for that deep transformation at the end of the year that is going to elevate everything for you and take you to an even higher level of even greater blessings, an upgrade in your career, in your love life, in your home life, in your friend life, in your health, in every part of your life. And I feel like you're going to be really ready. Now, if you need help with that, connect with me, feel connected to me, and I'd be so honored to support you with that. But don't fear if transformation comes. I have another video that you might want to check out where I talk a lot more about Kali as a goddess of harsh transformations. I have an article that I'll leave for you actually in the description of this video in case you find that you need to refer to it towards the end of the year or at any time, okay, my love? But a very powerful, magical year for you. We would not expect anything less for you, Scorpio, because you are so deep and intuitive and wise, and it's really a beautiful year of you stepping into your wisdom, your power as a sorceress, as a co-creator, honoring your sensitivity, and at the same time being badass enough to boldly just cut away anything that's not serving you. Okay, so more power to you. And if you want my support, connect with me at flourishinglotus.com. I would love to support you, and note that it'll be changing to flourishinggoddess.com, and I will make sure that I have all the updated links in this video for you for that. And for weekly oracle readings, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and sign up for my newsletter so I can continue to send you many more gifts that will empower you throughout the whole year. And of course, if you like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I hope that all this serves you, and I look very forward to supporting you. And be sure to visit my website where I'm going to have a picture of this reading for you, so you can just download that and save it for you if you'd like us to have as a reference for next year. Okay, my love? So thank you so much for joining me. Have a super empowered and magical 2016. Namaste.